Had a go, it's broken for Batshuayi, and he gets...
To start, you know, we have plenty of the ball. That's just how Frank would like us to be. And maybe the intervention now and then from the Bohemians to change things slightly.
A chance for Wright, the trialist, to make a good early impression here. Goodness me, nearly did, didn't he?
Well, as a trialist, you've got to score, Matt. You know, that might be his only chance he gets, but what an opportunity. He's found the space nicely. I mean, it's a nice little ball here. Not really quite dealt with by Dujon, but he gets an opportunity there. A slight drop-off from Azpilicueta, which gives him an opportunity and a bit of space to maybe pick out that.
The Bohemians, a team and squad, have been at EFL clubs predominantly and worked their way back to Ireland. This is Kennedy. Had a go, it's broken for Batshuayi, and he gets Chelsea off and running inside 8 minutes. The kind of goal that he's made a career on. Kennedy set it up for him, and Batshuayi bashed it in.
Do you know what I like about this goal, Matt? I mean, okay, it's the first goal of our pre-season, but Kennedy does well. You know, he's brave and he's strong enough to hold off a couple of chances and still get his shot away with a few players there. The ricochet goes in Batshuayi's favour. Having said that, there's a big, strong physical challenge coming in here, and he just brushes him off with ease. Absolutely no problem for Mishi, and he just buries it with, well, the time of the...
No David Luiz or Willian yet. Here is Pedro. He might not take the next one. Antonio came in and he was nowhere in terms of his Chelsea career, and he ended up as a key player in a Premier League winning side. Batshuayi trying to get in again here, and just about held off on the right side of the law by James Finnerty.
Break or respite to give you a breather, because Drinkwater so sharp in the challenge, and you've got to get used to it.
Great run. Batshuayi, and then Gallagher was running onto it. Wanted to flip it into the roof of the net from a late run into the box, Lampard style, but didn't quite get his angles right.
Well, that's what you get, and that's the way Chelsea are, isn't it? They've pressurised in midfield, won the ball quickly. Danny's done really well. This little part of Batshuayi was a difficult one. Batshuayi does well, just to get him putting it back into that area. And you know, we were saying before, Matt, about players arriving in the box. We said it wasn't happening in those early stages, and there we see both Pedro and Conor Gallagher both in the right area to address
again. On he goes, and still angle his shot right. And I tell you what, if he plays the first half, he might think he's got himself a contract.
Well, as a trialist, you know, what can you ask for? Nothing more really, possibly a goal. Having said that, you'd like to see him against maybe Irish opposition.
Andrews picked it up. Options right and left. Encouraged to shoot by the crowd, so he did, and it stung the palms of Caballero, and he found it too hot to handle.
That's the difference, Matt. We talk about Andrew and Andre Wright. There's the difference. A little bit of extra quality. But that's a great touch there in midfield as well to set up this opportunity, and that's the difference. You know, it's got a little bit of room, smashes it really well, bang on target, too close to Willy Caballero.
That's why he just stumbled, managed to recover, got his shot away again, and it wrong-footed Talbot, who was expecting it to go in the other corner. It was creeping toward goal, but he managed to turn it behind.
Another good pass from Casey Palmer, wasn't it? Really good ball down the channel. Batshuayi does well, gets one-on-one. Ends up 2 against 1, but still managed just about to keep his feet. Doesn't really get the strike away that he would like to have done. Slightly deflected as well, and almost crept in the bottom corner. But
it's a lovely ball from Lewis Baker to find Piazon. A decent cutback for Billy Gilmore, who hit the side of the net rather than the back of it. But there's just a little glimpse of what he can do.
He's good, this Billy, isn't he? Arriving late in the box, which is, we know, great pass that. Cut through the Bohemians' defence. Lucas does well initially because he's just holding up the play, waiting for the support. Unfortunately, the cutback, you see the ball bobbling, it's just not crisp enough for him. And not taken down, we know that the ability he's got with both feet to be able to make those cutting passes.
Oh, Brown. Not bad effort that, first time.
It's a difficult one to take as well, it's just bobbling, isn't it? Just bending into that far top corner if he could. Just comes off the line. There's a little 1-2 with Piazon, and now we see the ball just bobbling a little bit.
He's the central striker in the second half, Ugbo. A great header away. Broke for Bakayoko. Good hit that. Deflection on it made it difficult and made it actually a pretty good save from James Talbot.
Super strike, isn't it? Really gets hold of this. Bakayoko, the timing of the half volley is superb. That's a difficult technique at the best of times, but really does strike this well. Good save. You see him just hovering around the edge of the box, but just bounces nice for him and just takes it on nice and early.
He's just dipped a little. They are unbeaten in 6, but they've drawn their last 2 0-0. Gazon. Good ball back to Gilmour. Waited for the opportunity to get the shot away and drew another good save from Talbot. Just a little sign of the composure that Billy Gilmour's got there. Didn't want to lash at it first time and tested the goalkeeper and drew a save.
Yeah, it's a good pass from Piers on this occasion, but he just sets it up on his right foot. I love the change of foot there, just to change it from his right to his left foot and still...
He was shaking off that little knock that he got. Opportunity here for Devaney, the new substitute. And maybe not quite warmed up to the face of the game.
Well, Lewis Baker